Hello and welcome to the second exciting round of Fighting Walloon, John Meunier's Stim Hack 3-core tournament. I'm just going to do a mic check real quick. Okay, it looks like we're working. I'm going to go ahead and try to get started with my opponent and talk through my decks real quick. All right, today I'll be playing against Seleos in the second round. And in my quest to play all of the different core IDs throughout this tournament, today I'll be playing as a personal evolution, playing Punitive Counter-Strike, trying for the kill. It's a little bit tricky to get a flatline out of the core set, but what I'm looking to do is basically use red herrings in conjunction with priority requisition to make the runner steal 3 points, take 1 net damage from my ID ability, and end the turn 4, so that I have a chance to hit them with at least 1 punitive counter-strike for 4 meat damage, hopefully multiple punitive counter-strikes, and potentially an early MP as well to finish things off. It's definitely a bit of an uphill battle, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that into JNet. Let's see. And on the other side of the table, I've picked just kind of a good stuff and arc build using Reina. So nothing too special in here. The main spice, I guess, is the force activation orders, which with Reina's ID ability, which causes the res cost of us to be 1 credit higher and Xanadu, hopefully allows me to basically wait for the core to get kind of low on credits and then use this to trash the board state. We only have 1 indexing in here, so a little bit late on multi-access centrals, but we'll give it a shot and see how it goes. Okay. And maybe until he shows up. I've been following this league so far. The emphasis is on teaching players the fundamentals of the game. I don't really consider myself an expert by any stretch of imagination. I've been playing for a couple of years now, and so I missed out on the core 1 only experience, and so this is kind of a fun way for me to try building decks in a very limited card pool, and hopefully help people get better at the game and improve their own play. So while we're waiting, I'll talk about some of the choices in my PE deck. So sounds like he's ready. So let's get started. All right. Hey, good luck and have fun. So looking at this hand, I'm trying to see what I'm going to keep it or mulligan it. Having a 3-2 is nice, and starting with 1 punitive hand is good. As Gabe, he's probably going to be pressuring HQ very early on, and I wish I had a little bit more econ or some cheaper gear check ice because my ice is kind of expensive. I'm going to mulligan this one because I really want to have a little bit more econ up front, and I'm not going to be able to use this punitive for quite a while, so it's going to be kind of clogging up my hand. Okay, so that's certainly different. So I'm going to throw the Enigma over HQ because I want to shut off this ID ability as soon as possible. Other than that, I'll play out the pad campaign, and that'll help me find out not only will be credits if he doesn't check it, but if he does, then I know that he's going to be more aggressive, most likely, in checking my remotes. And I can't necessarily just spam out a bunch of stuff. Okay, so going 2 points kind of sucks, but he also lost Morningstar, which means that if he has another breaker available, it's probably going to be Aurora, which is pretty bad. Or he might be leaning on an AI breaker like Darwin or Crypsis. So go ahead and shore things up so that he can't rip too many points off me before I'm ready. I'm not ahead on credits yet, so I can't have him just ripping the 3-4 now, not being able to respond to it. So I have the chance here to do 3 net damage. It'll send me back on econ a little bit. If I do that, I won't be able to threaten the snare. So I'm not going to take that just yet. So I'd rather hang on to those credits and be able to res this pad campaign and still have the option to like top deck a hedge fund and play it. So the reason that I want to keep this false lead is because if I get the chance to have him make a steal and take a net damage and be about to suffer 3 more from Punitive the next turn, I don't want to be able to draw up. So that's fairly important to my plan, and I'll go ahead and res the Enigma, make him lose the end of his turn and end the run. He's enough on econ right now that I think that I can res the pad campaign, and it'll stick around for a little bit. Right, let's get some credits. That will be all set to hedge next turn. Get back up into where we need to be. Okay. So I'm definitely going to hedge. I might install false leads and snare, hoping that he either doesn't check them or he checks one and then gives up. He's shown a willingness to check my remote so far, but he's also only on 5 credits. I think if I play it out there, then he'll probably check them both. So I'm going to go ahead and draw, hedge, and gain some more credits. So I want to make sure I really a free commanding lead in credit fill before giving up more points. Okay, it looks like he's dedicated to keeping my asset econ down. It's fine. I want to stay ahead. So here I will hit him with the neural katana, because I'll have enough credits to get a flatline off of the snare if he's unfortunate enough to access it. It looks like, okay, crash base, interesting. So I've been preparing for the punitive play. All right, so he's seen that I have this Himitsu Kako. I know that he's got a Morningstar in the bin. I think it's going to be a minute before he has the ability to get that back in play. So I'm going to create a new remote with the Himitsubaku. And I'll just throw the false lead in there and take a credit. So we'll see if he has an inside job, then he'll probably just go around it. Might be looking for that now. It would have been better to install Himitsubaku. Okay, that's fine. So I'll sort this out on the board and also take out retrieval run. So he's probably not super happy about that because retrieval run is a great way to go ahead and get back his Morningstar without paying the full price of it. So since I've got the opportunity to get ahead on points a little bit here, next time I'm probably going to go ahead and throw the second Himitsubaku over archives to keep him from building up data sucker counters. So he gets 40, okay. And I'll put the brain trust in the remote and the red herrings on it, so it's going to be pretty hard for him to get in there and get it. I need to keep track of my credits though, so if I've got 5 credits available, I can res Mitsubaku or res red herrings and score out this brain trust next turn. But I can't do both, so you should probably know that that is a barrier over server 3 because he saw that right before I installed it. So this is going to be kind of annoying for me because if he accesses the snare, I don't necessarily want to pay for it because I'd like to. Well, not probably pay for it because I think it's going to be a minute before he has the credits to challenge it, challenge this remote. Plus graveyard, an inside job, and a FEM, and emergency shutdown. So that's a good hit for me. And since I've seen just, oh, okay, doppelganger, interesting. That's right. So red herrings here will get us over the hump. He will trash it, so this isn't ideal. But he doesn't have enough to steal. Right, so I'm just going to take credits here so that I have a chance to score that sort of range trust next turn. He's going to be kind of on his back foot here because he has to drop and he doesn't need to clear a tag. He doesn't have any resources out. Okay, so is that a misclick? Okay. Okay, I see. So he's doing the Gordian jazz again, or the doppelganger. Alright, so this is the punitive. It's going to use doppelganger to make run on server 3 probably. This time I'll res. Let me see. Keep him out. Right. Here I could either try and take 3, or try and take 2, or just take 3. I'll take 3. because I'm, not flooded at the moment. He doesn't seem to have a lot of appetite for running through that neural katana. Okay. So he's already running HQ a lot. He'll probably bear to look like and then. Yeah. Okay. So he's going to break both of them. Okay, so he'll hit it, he'll get the access, he'll get his 2 Gabe credits, and then he'll probably run it again. We're going to run it again to build up pheromones. So it's tough because if I score the brain trust now, then I won't have enough credits or clicks next turn to the celebrity gift. I'm going to do it anyway just to keep the pressure up. Yeah. So ideally I can get to the point where when I install an advanced something in there, he has to go check it to avoid giving up the game. And then I can start putting June bugs in there. So next turn I'm just going to click for credits. Depending on what I draw. Okay, remove the check, so he's probably going to install a bank job or he might be clearing text, so you can install bank job or garbage. Great, start that perfectly. So I can do a green level, which actually gives me exactly 5 cards to reveal celebrity gift. So I'll definitely do that. So, and he knows that since I'm showing him June bugs, if I install and double event something in there, it's either June bug or it's something that I'm trying to trick him to think is a June bug. I don't really play as Jinteki very often, so I'm not great at that sort of mind game bluffing. So for me, I'm more likely to install a double advanced June bug so that I can use it as a trick of light bank. Might purge counters pretty soon because right now he's basically just getting, free shots. Yeah. Remembering last click, he only has to break the 1 sub on the Gordian. So he gets paid 2 from Gabe, and then he built up a couple of data cipher counters and pheromones. So yeah, I like this where he's got going, and it seems pretty cool. Doing all right on credits, so I'm going to go ahead and draw, and then celebrity gift again. All 3 punitives in hand, and 17 and a 15 credit lead. I feel like this is getting pretty tough for him. So, right now his best bet is probably to start hitting R&D if he has any way to do that. Because if his way of winning right now is getting a little bit slim unless he puts a lot of money together. Because even if he steals a two-pointer, he'll, in the best case scenario, end his turn with 5 cards in his grip, and I can threaten Punitive him for the kill. Okay, so taking out the other June bug, which makes sense. So I've got a lot of things for killing in my hand. Then we'll see Lydia right now, so I'm going to draw and hope for, I don't know, some more ice maybe. I'll put that in server 3. You notice I don't have anything in hands that you can steal. So this is really just baiting out inside job. Also, I hang on to everything else in my hand. This is, if I leave this there and there, then he'll probably hit advantage if he just keeps running HQ. At this point, he doesn't know for sure that I have multiple punitive counter-strikes in hand, but he must be expecting I have at least 2 because he's seen them so many times at this point. All right, let's see what he's ordering. It's probably a variable breaker. It might be like, I don't know, for 5 credits and stuff. Interesting. Not sure what happened there. Let's draw some credits. Let's take a poke. Otherwise, we're just going to lose it. So ideally, at some points in a top deck, priority requisition, and then I can install advanced and unless he has another crash space available, which he might, that'll be the end of it. So if I can explore this false lead, then I'll be on 4 points, and he'll have to check anything that I install in double events. So if I reckon that's game over. I don't really want to leave anything in HQ if I can avoid it. And it kind of sucks that now that he's got pheromones rolling, he can basically run HQ with total impunity. All right, so let me think about this for a second. Because if he... I don't know why he targeted archives, so I guess I'll just try to square this. Okay. That's fair. So if he hits a snare, then I'll... so we start back on 3, or on 2, 3. So if he happens to hit a snare on this one, then I'll forfeit false lead and finish him off. Okay. So he's going to start making his money back pretty soon. So let's just get this ball rolling. I'm probably going to discovered. Yeah, I'm not going to be scoring anything trick of light. Should probably just purge viruses in a minute. So right now he's going to be getting pretty much free accesses on R&D. Though with two false leads, I can install advanced events, a 5-3, and then make him lose his entire turn, which is not terrible, but doesn't really win me the game. That put me on 5 points, which is better than 4 points, but isn't 10. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna purge next turn if I can. All right. So let's put the kibosh on that. Rotor is not any more expensive than Gordian. So I'm going to drop one of them. I'll dump the rotor turret because it's a little more expensive to res. So I still get to use these pheromones counters, or the pheromones credits until they're gone. I think it's worth it to purge to keep it so that he has to. Yeah. So now he's about to eat a couple of punitives. He's not going to be rich enough to get back on his feet. So let's make this happen. He has 0 link, 6 credits, so we can spend an extra 2 on top of this to make it link 7. And then extra 2 make it link 7. So in this case, you didn't, I don't know, I mean, didn't need the third punitive. It was good to get them both in hand pretty early on. All right. Yeah, I need some econ in my head. It's cool that I've got so many breakers up front, but I'm not going to be able to use them for a while. So, right. It's looking a little better. So, Armitage, master phones. Need to find another link, but that's, great for econ in this scenario. All right, so he's rich is Weyland. Let's take a look at R&D. Let's trash it. It's going to be more than trash later on. Tell our early look. So the fact that he iced the HQ on turn 1 and didn't just score the hostile shows to me that there's probably another agenda in his hand right now. I'm going to go ahead and, so on one hand, maybe I should be building my breakup so that I have a chance at contesting it if he tries to rush it out. On the other hand, I can first click run R&D and encourage him to shore that up, which is going to let more agendas pile up in hand. So let's have another look. Okay, wrap around. That's going to be one to deal with. I wish I had a little more setup and fewer events in my hand right now. Okay. So one of those is the wrap around. That's probably the agenda to use Russia. So we can run it and make him rise it. We don't really have a lot to lose right now. So sure, let's have a look. Okay. Let's have a focus R&D. Okay. Sure, why not? Let's see them all. So what you want to do is traces. And strength 3, I start with a link, and I have that pub, so I don't really feel that bad paying. Okay, to make sure the hue goes down a little bit. Use the I think what I'm trying to do right now is really Blue's economy out. Okay, I should pay into it, but I'm not going to. I'll get some more money. So if shit, the battery's running low. I'll let him score this and I'll go and grab a charger. Okay, and we're back. So I need to kind of build my board a little bit here. I don't really want to install that when I start the hard way. I'd much rather, let's see, I'll install one of them and I'll drop the other one. I'd much rather install it through a triple run, which might be not possible. I think I have any locations. Okay. I really want to see what that is. So if I take price off of our image and run it down below break with that pub, you might have forgotten about that pub, so I'll do that. Let's see what happens. Cool. There's one punitive. So you have triple. Okay. Value punitive. We can run R&D for free, so let's run R&D for free. Build some dissector caches while we're at it. Okay, so I'm really low on credits right now. I'm going to continue hitting R&D once a turn until he does something about that. Otherwise, I'm just going to be basically looking for credits and setting up some trip econ. It's going to be so slow. I could also look for credits twice, install AMP, and then run R&D. I'll do that. Let's get rid of that. I'm going to keep on running R&D once a turn, but I'm going to go ahead and make at least some progress towards building my board. I'll go ahead and pay to trash the Crumble refinery, because I want to make sure that when he's installing something in server 2 is something I actually care about. Okay. So I kind of need to deal with that Adonis campaign because he's going to have infinite money here really soon. So I'm going to do a forged on that, and if it's something that I can deal with, then I'll get in there and use imp to trash Adonis. Yeah, I can't really deal with that right now. And with the dedicated response team, I especially don't want to. So let's draw and get some more money. And just gonna have to deal with that later. So I'm gonna pump the brakes a little bit here, gain some money, get the world contacts and the mine chip installed. So once I have to link an image, it will be pretty trivial again to HQ, and at some point it's going to start piling up in there. So I'm just going to gain 4. The next turn I'll be able to gain a credit, install chip, install phones. Yeah, it's starting to look pretty bad for me. There should be that's probably actioned something else. I'll try to install that or start the hard way now. Alright, well anyway, let's get the mem chip and Mr. Phones installed and get some money. And keep digging, get the FEM, which will be helpful for dealing with Data Raven. And like, yeah, he's just gonna get some points here. Hopefully this isn't a game losing position. Maybe that was with 2 counters on it. Ooh, cleaners. So with dedicated response team on the table, hitting a snare is basically GG. So I am going to go ahead and take care of that before I start running centrals again. Cool, there's some econ. Yeah, having my 5 agenda points isn't, I can feel great about my life right now. I'm sorry. So I think that, okay, well, that's over. So I'm gonna have to take out the response team before I go in there. So if I'm just gonna click 1 to run server 4 and clear that out. Click 2 should probably be installing Gordian. 3 run server 2. I'll probably lose an hash trace though. All right, well, whatever, let's just do this then. So run server 4. Trash it. Install Mimic. Run server 2. Okay, that sucks. Okay, that's probably a good game. Yeah. Yeah, I think that my problem was that I pushed the early aggression a little bit too far and didn't build up my board at all. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, because I think that, if I'd, like, instead of running R&D and getting the hits with imp, what I was getting in for free, um, I really should have, okay, yeah, so HR's name. I should have spent a little more time building my rig so that when it came to the point where he was rushing or putting an agenda in this sort of 3-ace on it, I actually had the Gordian ends that's in my hand. But let's get back to this stuff. I think that the dedicated response team, um, yeah, dedicated response team and data raven go really well together. If you can get a cleaner scored, then that's clearly pretty awesome. And it sets you up for a punitive kill the next turn. So I think that we're still sort of figuring out what are the reasonable archetypes. Yeah. Just figuring out what are the good archetypes in this environment. Getting a kill is, I think, tricky. If the runner is on magma post because they can just sit back and crush the money button and beat every corpse econ. I say that, but I'm not sure how it works. Okay, now that I just I'm not typing out, won't lose my train of thought as much. Yeah, so I think that the runner economy is pretty strong in general, especially if you go for the magnum opus route, which I didn't this round because I did it last time, and I'm trying to kind of explore the different options in this format. But one thing that I think was really lacking in my runner deck this week was effective central pressure. So, an HQ interface, at least when indexing, though that needs to recur, it's not as high impact as it is if you have same old thing or levy to cycle it through again. I don't know, maybe some emergency shutdown would work well if Reina is trying to actually keep the core core. Anyway, it was fun. It was worth a shot. I'm glad that the PE kill worked out the way it did, though. I think that judging from like any runner that's not on Magnum is going to have a hard time dealing with the punitive kill at some point in the game if it goes long enough. Because eventually the corp is going to get multiple in hand, and if they have a credit lead, then that's the end of it. Anyway, that's enough rambling for me. So I'm going to report this game, and we'll check in again next week. Thanks.